on one hand, not only did we sort of lose the producer of the record, but then Gus lost his friend, and then tied up with all the logistics and the sort of, realization of how much work it was going to be to do this album. There's also then this sort of like emotional component to, making it harder than just making another record.
Also because we needed to be mentally prepared and ready, and also like technically, physically ready for this change.
At the beginning of this year of 2024, we came together. I came out to Florida. We really took honest stock of the material that we had.
Matt will send me a riff, or sometimes Gus will send a riff, and I'll come here and dissect it and change it and do a bunch of stuff.
After that, I think we all felt a lot better about the whole thing, and even the demos that we were doing, I could kind of tell that there was something there, which is good, because after 5 years and a bunch of false starts, it's you look into that bottle and you're like, is there any fucking lightning in here? Is this just all bullshit?
Because as a fan, Human being my favorite album, I knew I would scrutinize it fairly well. We have this self-imposed responsibility about the quality of the material, the quality of the album, the quality of the songs, the riffs, the drum parts, what's going on with the bass, everything,
I mean, I think we as a band looked at this record. We hadn't made a record in 2018, however long ago 2018 was. A lot of people maybe even thought the band wasn't active anymore. So we kind of look at this as our first album. But I think the whole world right now, or the whole world, the fan base or whatever, is like, okay, you guys are going to do Human now. Let's see what this is. Everybody's like, can you do this?
It's always been a funny thing working with Gruesome, because they always come to me and they go, okay, we're paying homage to this record. And I'm like, do I have to? Like, can't we just make a record? Like, play? No. We're paying homage to this record. So we've always had these things where I've gone back and looked at the original records and kind of tried to figure out what it was that I wanted to do. Very as close to the way that it used to be done as I could possibly do it. It's funny, like talking about Matt's vocals, he definitely has it dialed before he shows up. Like, he knows what he's going to do. And it's really nothing more than him going in the booth and just performing. And it's almost like he's got it down in his mind to the note. It's so simple, working with him, because it's just like, here we go, here's the song, it's killer. I mean, he may do 1 or 2 takes and we double a couple of things. Okay, we're moving on.
I came in and did all my shit after we were in Europe for 3 weeks. Basically I just got off a plane, went to sleep, and then came to the studio, and I was in here tracking the next day. The good thing is that my voice was really warmed up, and obviously, I've been playing guitar for at least, an hour and a half a day, which is not always the case when I'm at home. Also, after hearing the drums that Gus had already done, I thought they were really fucking good. So I was like, all right, I gotta be on my game. I gotta, I can't come here and dick around. I gotta deliver.
Daniel and I took a bit longer, maybe like 10 days, but we were also getting sounds, and we were doing multiple layers of things and solos and, yada, yada, yada. Those guys definitely came prepared for sure on this one, and it doesn't take a lot. It's written, you just basically have to capture it well.
Dan's getting a chance to stretch out and do some lead stuff that he thus far has not gotten to do in this band.
This was my opportunity to branch out a little from the traditional heavy metal, death metal, solo type stuff. Me personally, I wanted to expand more on certain things that Human did, like a lot of harmonies, but like harmonized chords. I'm just happy that I was able to expand on that, use my admiration for Paul's playing and trying to mimic some of that. I did go a little crazy here and there writing. Sometimes I would write something that's really complicated or something that had too many variations of a riff within the riff, and I will get vetoed. Simplify things, but it's all good and fun.
He's a very avant-garde guitar player, just somehow stuck playing old school death metal, for his day job forever. So he finally has a chance to spread out, and I think it's going to really further differentiate, my solos from Dan's solos, which I think has always been one of the things I love about Death.
Stillness in their review.